Hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, listen up, everybody. By this time, we should all know that something is definitely happening in the world. The earth is groaning and raging. This was all prophesied, and we are starting to see this stuff everywhere. It's like every corner of the earth is being affected by something. There were some deadly windstorms that have affected nearly half of Canada's population. Half. So I want to get into this. This is really something else when you look at this weather that we've been experiencing. It says a deadly derecho affected nearly half of Canada's population, spawned an EF2 tornado. It says 4 days after the historic storm slammed parts of eastern Canada, more than 150,000 customers remained without power, and enormous cleanup efforts were still underway. It says an intense derecho, or a rapidly moving thunderstorm complex that produces widespread wind damage, cut power to nearly 1 million households and caused 11 deaths in the Canadian provinces of Ontario and Quebec on Saturday, May 21st. 4 days later, over 150,000 customers remain without power, and one power company says it was more damaging. It was the most damaging event in their history. Wow. Interesting. Some of us are used to having certain types of weather issues and power outages and things of that nature. But when they say that this is the worst that they've ever experienced, and when a power company is saying that, that shows you that something has definitely changed, because they're probably not prepared for something like this, because it has never happened before. It says the deadly event unleashed wind gusts that reached hurricane force for nearly 12 hours. Wow, 12 hours? For nearly 12 hours. That's a long time, and I can imagine it's quite frightening, especially if it's daytime hours and you're not sleeping through a portion of it. It says carving a nearly 800-mile path from southwest to northeast over Canada's most densely populated metropolitan areas, including Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. Millions received a warning from Canada's National Public Alerting System, giving them time to find shelter. It was the first mobile phone alert for thunderstorms to go out since new criteria were set in 2021. Now, I've never heard the mobile phone alerts go out for thunderstorms. For tornadoes, we get those, but I've never seen it for thunderstorms. So that lets you know definitely something is happening in the atmosphere, y'all, and it's going around the world. It's going not just here in the U.S. and not just in Canada, but over in Germany and Africa, everywhere you can imagine. It says AccuWeather Chief Meteorologist Jonathan Porter said the derecho traveled through an area that includes roughly 18 million people, which is nearly 47% of the country's population. Saturday's devastating windstorm across southeastern Canada is likely to be remembered as one of the most impactful, if not the most impactful, thunderstorm complexes to affect Canada. As a result of the damage Saturday, officials in the Ontario towns of Uxbridge and Clarence Rockford declared states of emergency, with the immediate concern being the thousands of residents stranded without power. On Tuesday, Environment Canada confirmed that the EF2 tornado embedded in the leading edge of the derecho had struck Uxbridge. The twister was the strongest tornado reported in the country in 2022 so far. It says a total of 925,000 customers were left without power in the wake of the destructive weather, with nearly 150,000 homes and businesses still in the dark 4 days later on Wednesday afternoon. Hydro Ottawa CEO Bryce Conrad said the storm, which downed 4 huge transmission towers, caused more damage to the utilities infrastructure than tornadoes in 2018, and even surpassed the infamous ice storm from 1998, which caused billions in damage across eastern Canada. Wow, that is amazing that a windstorm did more damage than a tornado. So anyway, this is really something, you all. A number of deaths have been reported as well as a result of these storms. This is the kind of thing that we are talking about when we say that the earth is raging. The earth is fighting back from what mankind has done. So many different natural disasters. You know how some people call it Mother Nature. I don't call it Mother Nature. Natural disasters are also, in my opinion, the wrong way to define this, because even though you say natural disasters, a natural disaster is actually something that the Most High orchestrated, okay? The one who the world calls God, okay? He is the one who controls all of this. He controls the wind, the rain, the storms, all of it. He says he's the one who sends the whirlwind. The Bible refers to it as whirlwind, but is one of the same as a tornado. And so when I think of these things and how the earth is raging and groaning, and I think of the increase of sin amongst mankind, it is really something when you think about how people, they see these things and they hit the ignore button. Some people still refuse to believe that the Most High is behind a lot of these things. While you have others who know that he is, but they have such wickedness in their hearts that they can't focus on the fact that his judgment touches down on the planet and on individuals, on families, all of this because of wickedness and sin. These things should cause us to fear the Most High and respect him even more. But some people dig their heels in, whether they're non-believers or whether they're so-called believers that have a form of godliness but deny the power thereof. You have those who will still not take the Most High at his word, in which he doesn't play. He doesn't play the games that people play. The Most High is not to be played with, and he is not to be lied on, you see. I'm going to cover some other topics concerning people who actually lie on the Most High when they say that he has said something when he has not said, right? Stick to the script. Stick to what the Bible says, or stick to a true prophecy granted or given by the Most High, right? It has been prophesied that the earth would be groaning and raging, and that things are going to be happening, and perilous times would be coming, and that there would be distress of nations. All of this stuff was prophesied, and we are seeing it unfold fastly, very quickly before our eyes. So it is time to get your houses in order. Stop playing games, whether you're a religious person or just a secular person who doesn't really believe, or a person who does believe but not really living the life. Regardless to where you stand on this, it is time to stop playing games. Playtime is over on this planet. Things are shaking up, not about to be shaken up, but are shaking up. It is going to go from bad to worse. I am done with this story. In the comment section below, remember to leave your comments. But until next time, I'm out. Be sure to ring the bell to be notified of new uploads on this channel, and also comment, share, like, and subscribe.